All right, next thing you know, kids across central Illinois will be heading back here to school. And meanwhile, July 22nd is World Brain Day, and showing us a little bit more of how these two things are well connected is Dr. Deepak Nair. Dr. Nair, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about summer. You know, it can be a fun time, but getting students back in that mindset for school can be a little tough. What do you recommend?
So the most common worry during the summer months is what we refer to as the summer slide. There's actually a measurable decrease in learning during the summer months just as kids are not being engaged. So it's just something to keep in mind. And I myself am a parent, so I'm always a little wary about this and how I deal with my boys.
So what, in terms of tips that you can provide for parents watching, what do you recommend when it comes to, you know, prioritizing students' brain health over the summer?
Probably the most important thing is maintaining their sort of school time routines and trying to make those persist into the summer. Primarily things like maintaining great sleep cycles and schedules, maintaining some sort of both physical and cognitive activity during those months. Yes, I am that dad, and I'm making my sons write a summer paper for me.
Okay.
So things like that, just keeping them engaged as they're enjoying their other time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, that was one of the things you mentioned. I was going to ask, as a parent yourself, what are some other things that you do? I mean, is it like bedtime schedules or specific meals?
Yeah, I wish I could say I was that consistent, but but certainly maintaining what you and your family might think of as good nutrition. That's always a controversial topic, so I don't have any specific recommendations there. But maintaining some stability there. I've got like I said, I've got my boys doing some scholastic activities over the summer, physical activity. They both exercise. They're both gym rats now. And so things like that are really, really important because that's also really helpful for brain development.
Absolutely. And another thing important for brain development is socialization. I know, especially for kids, that can have a benefit. Tell me how, like, in terms of socialization, what I guess you recommend in terms of the impact and the importance of that over the summer.
Certainly. So we are social animals to begin with, and two of the main domains of cognition that we think about are social and emotional development, as well as memory and learning. And socializing and having good friend circles are really, really important for both. And during those early childhood and adolescent years is when we sort of build that skill set in our brains. And so that's really, really important. And nice thing is over the summer months you have a little bit more time for that. And so, you know, you want to have some structure around all of those things.
How important is structure, you know, carrying that same structure throughout the school year?
Yeah, that's probably the most vital thing, right? So the dramatic changes that happen, you know, when you compare during the school months versus the summer months is probably the most deleterious thing. You want to maintain some stability and some structured routines that carry on throughout the entire year.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Nair, for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back after the break. We'll have this whole interview on our website. Stick with us.